exactly, but I know.
So the bottom line is you don't know.
Yes.
That is it.
Thank you, the chair.
All right. Honorable Isaac.
The chair.
I've asked and you've been unable to provide an answer. Are you sure you came prepared?
Very much prepared.
You came very much prepared.
Yes, the chair.
And the first two constitutional questions, you were unable to answer them. And you think you came very much prepared. You want to become the NUGS president, the local NUGS president. Is that not the case?
That's true, the chair.
All right. Perhaps because you want to be the local NUGS president, you did not look much into this as a constitution. Must it be taken as such?
I looked at the SRC constitution, the chair, but then I might admit that not every part of the constitution that I really understand because I'm still learning, passing through legal training.
If you tell me you are still learning, virtually it means you are just not ready. You cannot be a president. Because we wouldn't need a person who is now learning to assume that prestigious position of a NUGS president. We need an experienced person. A person who is ready with vision. Is that okay? But since you are now learning, it tells me virtually you are not ready.
Chair.
So, yes, I'm listening to you. You mentioned it. I'm listening to you.
You may proceed.
Honorable Isaac.
The chair.
Are you intimidated?
Not really.
Not really. Not really means you are intimidated. I'm intimidating you. Is that what you are trying to tell me?
Not so.
No, that's what you are telling me. I asked you, are you intimidated? You said, not really. Not really means there's an atom of intimidation in what I'm doing.
I don't mean so.
No, not that you don't mean so, but those are your words. You said not really. Or do you mean to tell me you do not understand the phrase not really? Are you hungry? Not really. Meaning I'm actually hungry, but not so much hungry. So you feel I'm intimidating you?
Mr. Chair, no.
Would you want me to stop with my questioning?
No, the chair.
I see 2 bottles of water before you. Would you want to have a sip of it?
I just took a sip before stepping in. I'm actually suffering from cough. That's why I'm holding the water.
Come again?
I'm actually having some cough. That's why I hold the water.
Is that why you came unprepared? Is it because of the cough?
No.
The cough is not your reason for coming unprepared. The cough isn't the reason.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
I think I'm prepared. I know I'm prepared. But then, as we move forward, I'll prove to you I'm prepared.
You think you are prepared, and you want to prove me you are prepared going forward?
Yes, the chair.
Thank you, and I admire the courage. Honorable Isaac.
The chair.
Who are the signatories to the NUGS accounts? And what are the financial oversight mechanisms of NUGS?
Thank you, the chair. The NUGS operate the same accounts with the SRC. And the signatory to the account.
You see, when I tell you you came unprepared, you tell me I should give you the chance to prove me wrong. What is the distinction between local NUGS and NUGS?
Local NUGS refer to the NUGS, let's say, the NUGS that is limited to Aamusted. That is local NUGS. The NUGS secretariat.
The NUGS limited to Aamusted is known as local NUGS.
Yes. the NUGS executives that operate.
How would the NUGS in KNUST be termed or be called?
It will also be called local NUGS KUST.
So what's the distinction between local NUGS and NUGS?
NUGS stand for the mother body, which is the National Union of Ghana Students. Now, when you are in any tertiary institution or any institution where there is a local, what do you call it, NUGS branch there, then you are referred to the local NUGS. Where we have the national secretariat, then we have the local, and then collect.
So you do admit that NUGS is national. Yes. Local NUGS is centered within an institution, right?
Yes, I do.
And so is it to tell me from the response you gave me that signatories to the NUGS account is the same as that of the SRC of Aamusted? Is that what you are telling me?
The chair? No.
No, that is what you said.
I said that because you didn't make the distinction for me to know you are referring to national.
No. Are you in any way telling me or asking me the questions to ask you? I asked you signatories of NUGS.
Okay, the chair.
And you are telling me I didn't give you the distinction.
I did. Sorry, the chair.
So are you now giving me questions to ask you?
The chair.
Or is it in a way to tell me I don't know the distinction between local NUGS and NUGS?
The chair, that's not what I meant. What I meant is I didn't get you clearly. Sorry, the chair.
You didn't get me clear.
Next time I will.
And you chose to answer. You chose to respond even though you didn't get me clear. You see, I still say you came unprepared. Because if you had come unprepared, you wouldn't be responding to questions in this manner. And defending it with all confidence. Defending the wrong responses you are giving me with all confidence. And even challenging me to not knowing what I'm asking you.
Mr. Chair, I did not mean to challenge you.
Or do you want me to end this session?
No, Mr. Chair. I want to continue.
The duties, responsibilities, and functions of the NUGS president, the office which you want to represent locally here in Aamusted, is categorically enshrined in the constitution of NUGS. In which article are the functions of the president of NUGS enshrined?
Mr. Chair, can I ask for clarification before I proceed to answer?
You are free to do so.
You mean which article in the SRC Constitution talks about the function of the local NUGS president, right?
Which article from the NUGS Constitution, and this was my question.
Okay.
The NUGS Constitution enshrines the responsibilities and the functions of the NUGS president, of which you want to locally represent here in Aamusted.
Okay.
Which article enshrines that as captured in the NUGS Constitution?
Pass.
Should I end it?
Mr. Chair, yes, please.
Ending it also means you were unable to score a single question that I asked. But then, as you've asked, if it is not granted, you may see me outside and call me wicked. So just as you wish, I end it. I end by saying, I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the vetting.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Are you thanking him? Do you really understood what he's saying?
Mr. Chair, it's not a fight, so I cannot be angry against him.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Mr. Ayamga.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Chair.
I heard you very right.
Do you know if students are giving you the not to be the local NUGS president, going to fight them?
I did not get that clear, Mr. Chair.
Do you know now, if you are the local NUGS president, you fight with the students? Do you agree that you have anger issues?
Mr. Chair, no, please. I don't have anger issues.
I wanted to plead on your behalf, but
Mr. Ayamga.
Yes, the Chair.
There's a whole lot of engagements going on at the moment. But as the chair rightfully said, nobody is here to intimidate you.
Right.
But then I will leave you with this. Whoever conceals their sins does not prosper, but the one who confesses and renounces them finds mercy. Proverbs chapter 28, verse 13. I would have pleaded for mercy than to accept this and go in vain.
Okay. Thank you, the Chair.
Equally, I also wanted to plead on your behalf. By you thanking him means you are very much satisfied. And what you are satisfied about, I cannot do anything about. Your interest or what you like or what you wish is what you are getting now.
Mr. Chair.
But that notwithstanding, this doesn't stop me from asking you what I have for you. We still have a whole lot to discuss here. My name is Brighton Bonsanfojo. I'll be introducing you to this particular activity, which is the vetting.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Who is Ayamga?
Ayamga is my surname.
Isaac Ayamga. Who is Isaac Ayamga?
Isaac Ayamga represents me. That's my name.
So who are you?
I wish you couldn't say who are you. Because if I tell you who is Isaac Ayamga and you say is your name, whilst you have written myself in it, are you not a teacher?
I am a teacher.
So if you give assignment to your student and you tell them to write, or even ask who is Messi or Ronaldo, will you say Ronaldo is a surname of?
The chair saw that I don't get what you mean.
So who are you?
I am Isaac Akariambide Ayamga.
Are you done?
No, yeah. I am Isaac Akariambide Ayamga, a student and a teacher on study leave, studying BSc Mathematics level 200. I was born and bred in Bogatanga in the Upper East region, and that is where I was born. I'm a person who like inclusivity and then student engagement in my activities. And in personal life, I hold the principle of student-centered approach, which I got from being a teacher and through my professional training. So I like student-centered approach to issues. I am also a person who dislike to see disunity among students, and so I like to see inclusivity and unity among students. And I also admire and want to recognize students for their excellence. That is, whatever they do, you need to recognize it, and then at least award them if there's any, to motivate them and then to empower them to do more. Equally, I'm a person who holds the principle of justice.
So you know all this. Then I asked you, you really have a lot to say. But when I asked who are you, you just told me you are Ayamga. And you told me that Ayamga is your surname. And I even added Isaac to it, and you told me that represents you. Meanwhile, you have all this to say.
The chair, it was a straightforward question that who are you, and then I just answered. And I didn't get you clearly, but now I've got you, and that is why I'm telling you. Thank you for the correction, Mr. Chair.
There is a follow-up.
There is a follow-up for you after that.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Still come back to you. He has retracted.
That was a straightforward question. Hence, it demanded a straightforward answer. That was what you said, right? Well, I'm not in a good position or the right position to judge you. A person may think their own ways are right, but the Lord weighs their heart. Proverbs 21 verse 2. Mr. Isaac Ayamga, who is a local Nugs president? I love you too. Who is a local Nugs president?
Please, can you take that again?
Who is a local Nugs president?
A local Nugs president is a Nugs aspirant who has passed through all the process and the procedure set by the Electoral Commission to become a candidate and has been elected into office to represent national Nugs at the local level. Thank you.
What's the difference between local Nugs and Nugs?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Local Nugs represent the Nugs at the campus level, that is at the institution level. And the national Nugs, Nugs represent the national Nugs, that is all the sub, what do you call it, unions in the various campuses. Their mother union is national Nugs.
Who is a member of Nugs?
A member of Nugs is any Ghanaian student, whether schooling in Ghana or outside Ghana, or a foreigner schooling in Ghana is deemed a member of national Nugs.
All right. So how would you coordinate with other local Nugs presidents across the country?
Well, it is part of my policy, and some of the activities that I will be doing, if given the nod, I will always extend invitation to other Nugs presidents in the various campuses to come and witness, and then we'll collaborate. And if they also have similar activities, then they will also extend an invitation. Then we'll go there, and together we'll craft a better future for the Ghanaian student on Aamusted and Ghana as a large. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
What's the difference between local Nugs and SRC in terms of scope and functions?
Mr. Chair, please, can you break that question for me to understand?
Break down.
I mean, can you make it more clear for me, please?
What is the difference between local Nugs and SRC in terms of scope and functions?
Thank you, the Chair. The SRC represent, that is the Student Representative Council, and local Nugs is representative of the national Nugs on various campuses. Now, when it comes to the SRC, that is limited to the campus. And if you are, let's say, the local Nugs office in the various campuses work in line with the SRC, because the SRC itself is a block under Nugs. So when you come to the functions, they both play similar functions, but there's a little difference in the sense that when you come to Aamusted like this, we have the SRC and we have the local Nugs offices. And some of the responsibilities, the SRC dedicated to the local NUGs, who the local NUGs is responsible to the SRC. And so when you come to the functions, they work together to ensure that there is welfare and student interests are protected. Thank you, the Chair.
Thank you very much. I really love your response. Local NUGs presidential aspirant.
Thank you, the
You are
Chair.
going to serve in the interest of the students on campus. Here is the case, you're also going to work hand in hand with the national NUGs administration. So it's all student-related matters. So, can you name one major educational-related policy change in Ghana in the last 5 years?
Yes, the Chair.
Can you?
Yes, I can.
You may proceed.
The establishment of STEM senior high schools is a new policy. Schools,
You said what?
the establishment of STEM senior high schools is a new educational policy. That is one. Thank you, the Chair.
Now, assuming a student who is not a Ghanaian, but that person is schooling in Ghana, can that person also be classified as a member of NUGs?
A student who is not a Ghanaian but schooling in Ghana, if such a student is found himself in an institution like Aamusted, where we have the existence of NUGs, that's the local NUGs, that student is deemed fit to join NUGs. But then if that student is found in an institution where we don't have NUGs in that institution, then that student, if that student wishes to be a member of it, then that student have to apply for it. That is what I know. Thank you, the Chair.
How does the local NUGs participate in the National NUGs Congress?
Mr. Chair, can you take that again? Pardon me.
How does the local NUGs participate in the National NUGs Congress?
Well, Mr. Chair, the local NUGs take part in decision making at the National Congress when they have what do you call it? If they have something to discuss and they extend invitation, and so they will go there with a delegation, which is normally led by the NUGs president. And so whatever.
You said they go there with the leader of the delegation.
I said they'll go with a delegation representing, let's say, Aamusted. Let's say they have the national, what do you call it, NUGs have a congress.
So how often is NUGs Congress organized?
Is once annually.
Once?
Annually.
So what's the primary mandate of NUGs?
The primary mandate of NUGs is to safeguard and protect the welfare and interests of the Ghanaian student.
What's the secondary mandate? Okay, follow up before we move to the secondary mandate.
Thank you, the Chair.
There is a follow-up. I'm still telling you to relax for yourself, okay?
Thank you.
This is not a banter.
All right.
You have 1,000, 3,000 of students listening to you. Don't let it look like we are fighting over here. Calm down.
Thank you, Chair.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Honorable Isaac,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
your responses are very good, and most of them are, I think, sound laudable, and the responses. But then, what's the distinction, the difference between annual and once? I know a response you just give said once annually. So I would want to know the distinction, the difference between when something is said to be annual and then when something is said to be done once. I would want to.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Annual means a complete year or calendar year. And then once means something that occurs one time in the year. So, Mr. Chair, that's the difference.
No. Annual. It could have been once a year. Yeah. That is fine. Yeah. But annual still means once a year. Yeah. It's done annually, which means in every year it is done once. So saying once annually, more or less is a tautology.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thanks for the correction.
All right, Mr. Isaac. Your responses are accurate and good. But then you have to take your time. Whenever a question is being put before you, you must be courageous and very strong. I'm ending you here. Maybe I'll chip in, then ask you some other few questions. But then, let me leave you with this encouragement. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not discourage, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. A luta continua.
Victoria settled.
What does that mean?
The struggle continues. Victory is certain. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you very
Chair.
much. You are welcome.
May you live long, Mr. Chair.
There is a follow-up. When he is done with the follow-up, you continue from you, okay?
Please, Mr. Chair. Please, can I take a sip of my water? Thank you, Mr. Chair.
All right. So even as you take a sip of the water, you listen to this. So continue to take and listen to this. When I finished with my questioning, you said a thank you with your face squeezed, and I passed it on. When he finished, you said long live. Is it in any way to say short live cancer and long live Tino? Is it in any way? That's just by the way.
Mr. Chair, no. I didn't mean so. And as we are talking and we are conversing, the ideas also flow. So it doesn't mean that I mean he should live long and you should live short.
So I just pass on the mic to her. Tell me long live as well.
May you live long, Mr. Chair.
All right, Mr. Isaac. Good evening.
Evening, Chair.
Evelyn Sunkwa. We are going through your background, CV, vision statement, and then mission statement. But before I proceed, our honorable member left you with some Bible verses. Which one of them do you remember?
Madam Chair, I cannot quote exactly what he said, but I can paraphrase.
Paraphrase.
Thank you, the Chair. The last one was a statement that he quoted that talks about do not be afraid, be encouraged, and something like that.
This is what I'm actually expecting.
Thank you, the Chair.
Do not be afraid, okay?
Thank you, the Chair.
We are your colleague students. Okay, there's a follow-up.
Just like in your vetting, when you started, you were like killing the spirit. I must commend you. You are really, really doing well, okay?
Thank you, Mr.
And
Chair.
comport yourself as you are doing.
May you live long, Mr. Chair.
Okay, kindly walk us through your background and then your CV.
Thank you, the chair. I'm the person of Isaac Akariambiri Ayamga, a teacher and a student, a teacher on a steady leave. You said I should take you
your
to...
profession?
I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher and a professional teacher.
All right, let's continue.
Sorry, Madam Chair.
The reason why I'm asking is I'm also a teacher, but I don't know the difference between a teacher and a teacher. That is why. Maybe yours is.
Madam Chair, I think English is not my first language, and so I'm learning it, and so the pronunciation, I don't think it's no important, but I can spell a teacher. I can spell a teacher.
All right, let's proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, okay.
Mr. Ayamba.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
You are a teacher.
That's right, Chair.
And you are telling me pronunciation is not important. What happens to our children out there?
They're supposed to speak, construct good grammar, speak it, and write it, but that they are not native English speakers. What matters is content. And we entreat that they should learn how to pronounce the word correctly, but if they are not, it's no crime.
Mr. Ayamba, I'm being trained here to be a teacher. Do you know that? In this institution, I'm being trained here to be a teacher. So kindly render apology to the teaching fraternity, because teachers are out there to impart knowledge. So please, do that.
I apologize.
My Honorable, I think the aspirant here was saying the teachers are to be trained our children to construct a corrective grammar, not pronunciation. An Indian can give a corrective grammar, but when he's speaking, you wouldn't get it as an American or UK accent. So we should allow him to flow. Please.
May you love long, the chair.
All right. Mr. Ayamga.
The chair.
Kindly continue.
Okay, thank you, the chair. My name is Isaac Ayamga Akariambiri. I'm a Ghanaian, born in Upper East Region, Bolgatanga Municipality to be precise. I'm a professional teacher.
Please, I want you to use the word teacher, not teacher. The reason is that we are still learning, and then we learn from our friends, our colleagues every day. So let's say you don't know, and you are hearing it the first time, but that is the correct thing. So I want you to learn it now.
Mr. Chair, can you help me take it again?
A teacher.
A teacher.
A teacher. All right.
Honorable, there is a follow-up.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Ayamga,
The chair.
I hope you are not offended.
I'm not offended.
As a leader, you should be open up to corrections.
Very
And that's exactly what we are doing.
Very true.
You are here to test your competence and nothing else.
Very
So
true.
if we correct you, you should open up to. You see, pronunciation of certain words also gives different meaning to it.
That's true.
Especially shoot the cloud and shoot the crowd. Different meanings altogether.
That's true, Mr. Chair. And we are from different backgrounds, and our mother tongue influenced the pronunciation, so it's not intentional.
So what if, okay. So if you say the mother tongue, hello, senior, you said very clearly that the mother tongue.
My brother, be very careful, otherwise you go out. Be very careful. We are learning here. Please.
You said the mother tongue can also influence the pronunciation, right?
I said that influences.
The mother tongue influences the pronunciation.
Yes, please, the chair.
When you come to the Ashanti Kingdom, Ashanti nini R and L, Dani. So assuming you command an Ashanti to shoot the cloud, and he commands shoot the crowd at the Asempaba. But that's the mother tongue. So you should accept the correction, then we move on. As a leader, you should open up to corrections.
Mr. Chair, I do admit that I need to know the right pronunciation, but then I want the chair to understand that I'm not doing it intentional, and so.
Yeah, we know you are not doing it intentionally. And then your justifications here are not going to help us. The more you try to justify yourself, the more we last here.
Mr. Chair,
I myself here can spend about 3 hours on you.
Mr. Chair,
if you like it that way, we can move out. We can move that way.
Mr. Chair, I don't mean to challenge you or anybody. If you heard what I said earlier on, I said, Sisu, take it again to help me get the right pronunciation.
But she did it after you.
Honorable, I'm sorry. I think he has done the correction, so please let's continue with the pattern. Please.
Thank you. May you leave alone.
All right. Back to business. You were taking us through your background, so let's continue.
Thank you. As I said, I'm professionally trained from St. John Bosco's College of Education. I got admitted in 2015, 2016, and completed 2018. Did my national service at Akatoris in the Junior High School, which happened to be my former junior high school, and got posted at Boku Municipal. That's my first point when I started teaching. So I was teaching at Abende Junior High School in Zabuku, a village in Boku Municipality. And I got transferred back to Boga East, Boga Tanga East. That was the year 2021 when there was a conflict in Boku. And then I continued at Grace Preparatory Junior High School, where I was teaching and got my study leave. Whilst teaching at Grace Preparatory Junior High School, I was a STEM teacher, that is a STEM coordinator for the school, and I was also a member of the BEC invigilation team of the school. And whilst teaching too, I was also a co-host of a radio program in YEM Radio 89.1 FM in Bogatanga Municipality, where I co-host the YEM Drive, Highway Drive program, which normally happens in the afternoon. And so that is how I was running my activities before getting study leave to come and continue my education here in Aamusted. But before I even got admission to senior high school, training college, I was working with Vikandi Investment, where I was a sales boy, and we deal with the sales of mobile phones and accessories before getting admission into College of Education. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Currently, I'm offering BSc Mathematics, level 200, Maths A. Thank you.
All right. When we say a leader has good qualities, what are we looking at, or what are our expectations from that leader?
Mr. Chair, thank you. When you say when you are talking about qualities of a leader, you are talking about somebody who is able to somebody who is innovative, creative, and somebody who is a team leader and a team player. You're also talking about a person who can work under pressure and a person who sees the group interest, not individual interest. Mr. Chair, these are some of the qualities.
All right. How do your experiences prepare you for the role you are contesting for?
Mr. Chair, as you can see from my CV, before getting admission to College of Education, being a sales boy, working with Vikandi Investment, I have worked with money from the heart of Bogatange municipality, and I was transferred to Zebila, where I worked, from Zebila to Naliriku, where I worked, from Naliriku to Walawali, where I worked, from Walawali to Tamale, where I worked. It is because of the integrity that I have that the man can entrust his finance and on his investment in my care. And also, as you see from my CV, I also indicate that I was a STEM coordinator in my school. That is training my students for science-related programs. That shows that I am not just into business academically, I'm good, I'm sound. And so when it comes to intellectual game, I play A games. And then you can also see that one time I was a BEC invigilator. That is somebody with credibility and trust. You know, those years, that was the year 2023, there was this exam malpractices in the various senior high schools. And so that is when they said that, okay, since the senior high school teachers most of them don't have integrity and they engage in exam malpractices, then we should select teachers within ourselves who have that integrity to go and then take care of the children to write the exam. And that is why I was selected. Among 12 teachers, I was the one picked. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, my last engagement. On your mission statement, I think I'm interested in one of your points, and then I would like you to throw more light on it for me. The fourth point. Are you there?
I'm there.
Mission statement. On your fourth point, you said launch an award scheme for sports and cultural heroes to recognize and celebrate outstanding achievements in sports and culture. Kindly help me understand it better.
Thank you, the Chair. This policy is indeed targeting sports and culture. Now, having spent almost 2 years on this campus, it's clear that our sporting activities doesn't attract. You will see that they will be having games on the field, and you see students sitting as unconcerned, as if nothing is happening. You go there and then you see only few people. And when you also come to cultural activities, you only see, tribal unions displaying culture. We have not had something like the Aamusted culture or something like that. And that is what this policy is targeting. We want, when giving the nod, we want to establish this award scheme as a way of motivating people to participate in sports, because their participation will be recognized and will be awarded. And when it comes to the culture, this one too, we want, when giving the nod, I think it's very important that we rather have Aamusted culture than having Bonoboto culture, Asante culture, and all that. Because one of the key factors, one of the key things that Nugs have to play is to foster integration. Now, if we want to integrate, then you have Bonoboto sitting aside, the other units sitting aside. Then we are all actually talking about it, but we are not practicing it. But when you have these groups coming together to display culture And then you have an award scheme that is going to recognize them and award them for they showcasing the Ghanaian culture to protect our heritage. It will go away a long way to integrate and maintain our culture. That is what this policy is targeting.
By doing so, what are you fostering?
Integration.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
I'm a sports person. I love sports so much, and I was aiming at advocating for sportsmen and women on this campus. But then since I didn't get the chance to do that, I want you to look at this policy very well. Maybe our next meeting, I might either refer you or congratulate you for doing that. Thank you and thanks for coming.
May you live long, the chair.
Sir Ike, please, do you know the vision for Aamusted?
Yes, the chair.
What is the vision?
The vision of Aamusted. So the chair, you mean the vision of Aamusted? I want to be sure.
Let me cut it for you.
Okay.
Do you know Aamusted prioritize academics over every activities on campus? So how are you going to implement this policy? When a student didn't go for lectures, the lecture can even fail. Do you know that? So how are you going to collaborate with management so that with this policy will come true? It's very good policy, but the people who will make this policy come true prioritize academics over everything on campus. How are you going to collaborate with management so that this policy will be come true?
Thank you, the chair. For our reason being here is purposely academics. That is true. And the school also emphasize the importance of co-curricular activities, which include sports and then cultural activities. And I think that when you engage management and you let them understand that this is one of the ways of
I want the engagement.
Yes.
I'm the vice chancellor.
So what we do is that most of these cultural activities that normally take place, which are described as tribal cultural activities, you realize that from my experience here, they mostly occur over the weekends. That is either Saturday or Sunday, right? And so we can settle it over the weekends where we know that lectures ends on Friday. So Saturday or Sunday, these activities can take place. So they do not interfere with academic work. Thank you.
Have you also think about the students? That Saturday they might also use for their own stuffs, washing. Some are businessmen and women and other stuffs. Have you also considered that? You said you want inclusive, all inclusive, right?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That is true, that students actually need the weekends to engage in other activities. But then,
I want you to tell me how attractive it will be.
Yes.
So that students will follow. It's
Yes.
a very good policy.
Yes. Because these students will actually follow in the sense that, for instance, when we plan the program and it is Aamusted Culture Day, let's say something like that is happening. This is something new, it has never happened before. All we do here is Bonoboto, Kanasu, and the rest of the tribes having their culture day. So something new like this will actually motivate students to come and see. What are they actually going to do? You say So they will, some majority of them will compare to come. But when we talk about inclusivity, it doesn't just say everybody must be there, but we are talking about massive participation. And I'm sure it being something new, something novel, they will, and they also appear. Thank you, the chair.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you. May you live long once again.
Mr. Ayamga Isaac. Good evening.
Thank you, the chair.
Is that how to respond good evening as a teacher when you go to class and you greet your class good evening and your class will say thank you, sir?
The chair, I didn't finish. You see that I covered my mouth because there was a cough coming.
So when you greet your student and your students respond thank you, sir, is that the appropriate way to greet, to respond to greetings?
The chair, that is actually not the case.
But what is the case?
I was going to respond, but there was a cough that you see that I covered.
So
I didn't want to cough into the microphone side. That interfere.
So after the cough, then you responded, "Thank you, sir." Do you know something? It's not always that you have to justify everything.
Thank you, the chair. Thank you, the chair.
When you are wrong, you are wrong. Do you get it?
Yes, the chair.
Okay. Anyway, I am Kinney Richard. I'll be handling you in critical thinking. We will be awarding you out of 15 marks. So it depends on how you engage with me. Are you ready?
I'm ready, the chair.
Okay. I would like to ask my first, what are your strengths on the scale of preference? Tell me the highest, your strength.
Mr. Chair, please can I ask a question?
Am I the one to ask you? Do you need explanation or a question? Now, who is vetting each other?
Mr. Chair, sorry for that. Can I ask for explanation?
Okay.
What I mean is my strength in which fault?
As a leader, what is your strength?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. My strength as a leader is that I'm a team player.
A team player?
Yes.
What is your weakness?
My weakness is as a leader.
You don't know your weakness as a leader? And is that right?
That is not what I said, Mr. Chairman.
We are listening.
I'm going to respond.
So you've not assessed yourself and you want to serve us?
That is not what I said, Mr. Chairman. I do have weakness.
So how long?
My weakness, I fear disunity.
You fear disunity?
Thank you.
So your weakness is fear?
Disunity.
Your weakness is fear? Is your weakness fear?
Mr. Chairman.
There is a follow-up.
You
know, this man will drag you.
Isaac.
Mr. Chair.
You see, teachers, you are very smart. Now your strength is teamwork, which also means unity. So your weakness is the opposite of your strength, right? I'm misquoting me. So you let me hear your submission.
Please, I'm not to justify the point.
Okay. So am I right?
You are right. Because you're not just me, but anybody. Your strength is taken away from you. That will be
How's your to be sitting here?
you much.
Not a strength, your strength.
Yeah, my strength.
What about disunity?
Disunity becomes my weakness in the sense that if we agree that we are going to work towards a common or what I intend, I said this, but you said that. But then the day you be a leader or a member, you, as a leader like me, I'll be frustrated because some of my members are not okay with our results. So I'll be feeling disappointed, and that's my weakness. Because at the end
that
of the
should
day,
be a fear, not a weakness. Do you know that? Do you know that should be a fear, not a weakness? There's a follow-up. But you answer me, then you pass it on. Do you know that's a fear, not a weakness?
it's weak at the same time.
What you fear makes you weak.
At the same time.
Thank you very much. I will let her handle you. I'll come back.
May you live
We
long.
have a lot to talk about.
May you live long.
Thank you.
Mr. Ayamga,
The chair.
frankly speaking, if I say I am pleased with how things are going, then I'm lying to you. A team player is somebody who moves along with people. Do you know that?
The chair, I know that.
And when you say disunity, it also means that you are unable to carry along with people. Do you know that?
The chair. You ask of my strength.
I said, do you know that? Yes, no.
Yes, the chair.
You know, right?
Yes.
How can you, at the same time, move along with people and at the same time despair? How is that possible?
The chair.
At one breath, you gather. On another breath, you scatter.
The chair. Can I respond?
It's for you.
When I said I'm a team player,
when we say a team player, a quality of a team player is somebody who carries along with people.
yes, the
Who
chair.
moves along with people, right?
Yes.
That is it. I understand you perfectly.
Yeah.
So move on. I just wanted your weakness as a leader. We can't we can't pass somebody who doesn't, who we don't know his what do you call it, weakness in leadership.
Sir Chair,
That is what I just want to know, so that we all help ourselves.
I do have other weakness, but I do have other weakness in addition to that. I have language barrier.
You have what?
Language barrier, as I'm in Asante region now. I don't know how to speak Twi. I'm learning it at the basic level. So that is one of my weaknesses.
So why were you dragging us 4 times back? Do you know that I have to award you? Do you know that I have to award you here?
You may live long.
God has promised me that I will live long.
Amen.
He gave me 70 years.
Amen.
In any case, he will decide. So, as a leader, and confused as you are, when we leave our nooks local into your hands, which future do we expect from you? Should we expect from you?
The chair. With the policies I have, the ideas I have.
I know you have the policies, you have the ideas, but you are confused. Person. That is underlined. You are a confused person.
The chair. Me as a whole person, I think I not confused, but certain.
You are not confused, but you are disorganized.
Not disorganized, but then you can get as human being. The conversation is going on, and so I must admit that some of them I do not get it accurate.
Take water. Take some water.
The chair.
Take some water.
The chair.
Let's take it together. All right. Regardless, I have some questions for you. Are you corrupt?
No.
If, assuming without admitting, you are the NUGS president, and there is a case of corruption at your office, how will you handle it?
The chair. If there is issue or an issue of corruption in the office, which when I'm elected into, we will have to set a committee to investigate it. And also, I know there is audit board that do audit some of the things that go on in the NUGS office and other student offices. And so I'll call on them to check the issue.
Let's move on. You have a program that you want to organize, like what you just said, Aamusted Day of Festival, right?
Yes, the chair.
Okay. Now, the management don't want to sponsor you, the NUGS. I mean you, not you as in person, but the NUGS. So you write letters for sponsorship, and the only company or person which agreed to sponsor you is a galamsey. Will you accept that offer?
Thank you, the chair, for the question. The chair, in my right senses, I can't or I will never seek sponsorship from a galamsey because I see a galamsey.
I said you sought for sponsorship, and the only person willing to help you is a galamsey. That is the offer on the table. Will you accept it? Yes, no?
No, I will not.
How will you organize the program?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, this program will be organized with a strategy.
With a what?
With a master plan.
That's what we want to.
Yes. And the strategy is that it is going to be low cost, but then we will still seek for funds. This is what we do. Already, these tribal unions normally celebrate their culture on campus, right? So the strategy is this. You as Bonabotos, Kanasu, and other tribes that always celebrate their culture, then we call them on board to have one-on-one engagement with them to convince them to accept that. Now, for us to project the image of Aamusted, let's come together and foster unity. And so we put these your activities together and celebrate it as Aamusted instead of Bonoboto or Kanasu or any other union. In this case, they already have a budget with it. Now, when they are coming in,
they are not going to use their budget.
Okay.
They are doing their thing on their own, and you said you are bringing them together, so you have to fund for it.
That is the strategy I'm coming with. And so I will engage them in such a way that, let's say, their festival, they have a budget. Naturally, they have a budget for their festival. And so these unions, what we do is that when you bring them on board, let's assume that you are going to have a festival for Bonaboto and Kanasu, and you are spending, let's say, 1,000 cedis on your budget to do your festival. Then we bring you together and say, okay, out of the 1,000 cedis, we are taking 20% from Bonaboto, 20% from the other unions. And from our office, we can also get something to add up. I think they will listen, because it will save them financially, and it will help them to project the image of the school, and they will also get the opportunity to display their culture. And besides this, whilst doing this, we are not limited to that. We can write to other companies for sponsorship.
No, that is off. But let's end it there on that question. My last question.
Okay.
Last 3 days, government delegations were moving to Obuasi for a program to solve a canker which is disturbing the nation. On their way, there was an unfortunate issue whereby there was a tragic fall of the plane, and we lost 8 gallant men. As the local Nugs president addressed the nation on the happening,